Hello everybody and welcome back to Syracuse Aviation. Before we get started, make sure you guys like this video down below and subscribe to the channel for more content. So today I have another model aircraft unboxing. We have 3 models in here. I referenced these in a previous unboxing. I didn't say what they were, of course. Very excited for what is inside of here. We have one duplicate that I'm going to just get out of the way so we don't have to waste any further time with that particular aircraft. But then the 2 other models we have are some very exciting wide bodies, which are both packaged in the same kind of brick here, so you can get a sneak peek at those. And then just really quickly, I'll show you guys what we have. The duplicate is another Phoenix JetBlue A320 with fence tips. I guess I'll just quickly unbox this just in case you haven't seen it, and if you have, well, here we go with another one. I'm not going to go into detail, I'm just going to check if it's broken and everything. Just to see. So, wings are good, stabilizers are good, antennas are good, and both gears roll this time. The nose gear is still stiff as all heck, but the fact that landing gears roll in general is not really the biggest concern to me, as long as they're not stuck in a funny position where you can't fix them. But this looks actually quite a bit better than my first one, because not only are the gears better, but there's also no paint chip on the left fence tip this time like there was on the last one. But yeah, overall, really nice aircraft there. We're going to go ahead and move on to the others now. The main attractions. Very, very excited for these. These were supposed to arrive within the first couple of days that I was back here for Thanksgiving break, and of course they didn't. With my luck, they ended up arriving the exact day that I got back to school to finish finals. So, but that's okay. It was something extra to look forward to coming back for Christmas. So that's interesting. There's a little bit of a gash on this box here, up in the corner there. So the Emirates 777-300 by Aviation 400, and then the Lufthansa A380, which also has some box damage in the other corner this time. So, and that's also by Aviation 400 as well. So I heard an interesting story last night, actually, when I was at the Lynchburg airport waiting for my flight. And apparently what I heard is that there's a licensing issue with the Aviation 400 and NG models Emirates planes. So I don't know exactly what's going to happen. I don't want to spread any false rumors or stuff around, but I'm eager to see what's going to end up happening. I'm going to start with the Emirates, I guess, just because it's the one I have in hand. And we will take a look here. What was that? Is that part of the box, maybe? I don't think this would be part of the cradle. This plastic is like... Right? Yeah, there's no way that's part of the cradle, is it? I don't think so. Oh, it is, yeah. Down by the nose. So that could have been bad, I guess. I had an issue with that with my Air France 789, was the plastic cradle beneath, I think it was the right engine, was completely obliterated, and the engine had a terrible paint chip on it, and it completely fell off. But this is in good shape. Wow. Guys, this is crazy. Oh my goodness. I know that Aviation 400 is this good, but it always still just takes me by surprise when I unbox their models. Just incredible. So good. Not only is it just ridiculously on point and accurate, but the amount of details and, oh my gosh, crazy. Wicked good. Alright, let's clean up the plastic cradle bits. And this does not have magnetic gears. Not a problem to me. I don't really mess with those anyways, because I always have them sitting on the floor, or, you know, a surface. So the gears tilt nicely. The right ones are a little bit not as, you know, can't move them as far, but I don't even think they're supposed to tilt as far as the left one anyways. So, but again, sits on the ground like this, so it's not like it's gonna bug me a whole lot. So as long as they sit flat, that's good. Nose on. I think the cockpit windows may be slanted a little bit. It's not the worst I've seen. It's not too bad, so I can let that slide, I think. Let's I'll give you some close-ups, I guess, and then we'll move on to the Lufthansa. This is a new livery, by the way, if you couldn't tell. But the billboard titles are just beautifully done here with just from the color to the font and the placement. It's just perfect. Looks really nice. So pretty. Beautiful GE90s. Beautiful engines. It's your wing. Moving back, there's the new tail. And the APU looks really good, which I think is everything on there is 3D, which it is. Doesn't surprise me for Aviation 400, I'll tell you that. So, then the right side is the same thing, but you've got your baggage doors, of course. And then another thing that I noticed is that there's two Wi-Fi domes on here. The one in the front is a separate piece, while the one in the back here is the same piece as the fuselage, kind of like what Phoenix models used to do or does. I don't know if they still do that, but kind of reminds me of that in a way. That's the Aviation 400 Emirates 777. Once again, they just completely blow me away with their quality and just the overall sculpture and accuracy, details, just amazing. There's the stand. I'll put that together later. I probably won't end up using it for anything. Funny enough, most of my Aviation 400 models don't actually fit on the Aviation 400 stands, but you can fit NGs and Geminis on those stands. Sometimes you have to file them down too, and this is not looking good from the get-go for the Lufthansa. I see the Wi-Fi boxes up here. So, you know, Aviation 400, I have heard, has been having some quality control issues as far as stuff like paint and paint application goes, but from what I've seen, as far as quality control for their models that come to me, is that things are actually damaged or broken or missing, whatever the case happens to be. So if it's fixable, I don't mind, because you can't really fix paint smudging and poor paint application, but you can reglue a Wi-Fi box, no problem. So if that's the nature of mistakes that I'm going to see on this model, I'm not going to complain too much. So aside from that, it looks really good. I'm going to try not to damage anything getting this out. Looks really good. Everything else appears to be intact. Looks really nice. I'll mess with the stand and everything else later. It's just the gear up configuration in that little pocket. So, and why not? I'll put the gears in for you guys just so you get the full experience. So I'm going to start with the center main gears. Whoa. That is... Look how far apart the tires are. Are they really supposed to be that far apart? I don't know. Let me go bring in my other... I have the Singapore and China Southern, and I do not remember them being that spaced out. Let's take a look. I have the Singapore right over here. So let's see. Yeah, they definitely changed these a bit. If you can see, you look at that, and then you bring this in. That is significantly longer. That's like, oh my gosh. Yeah, that's not, I don't think, maybe the Singapore is the inaccurate one, and maybe they fixed it for the Lufthansa, but I kind of doubt it, just knowing how model manufacturers tend to be with making mistakes like this. That's goofy though, I don't know. Interesting. Maybe I can ask someone about it. What I was going to say though, is that a mistake that a lot of people make when putting these in on the A380, if I can focus it, sorry, is that they put the gears in backwards, thinking that the wheels are further back on the fuselage. You would think that's how it would go in, but you do it the opposite way, and that's how it's supposed to be. You want them closer to the wing, so it looks kind of funny putting it in that way, but that's how it's supposed to go. And they just pop right in. Man, these things are long, guys. This is even longer than like A350 gears are spread apart. This is very interesting. Not the biggest fan of these. Maybe I can get some replacements from... honestly, you know what I can do? I have the China Southern A380, and I never use that model for anything. So I might as well just take the gears off of that one and then put them on this, just to make it look a little bit better. And then the other gears are pretty simple. There's no way to mess these up. You just got to fit them in how they go. and then you are good to go. You're ready to rock. So nicely done there, and the nose gear is in good shape. Pop that in. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, they're not, I mean, I can tell. To me, it's very noticeable. Just because I'm used to the Singapore and the China Southern ones that I have, those have to be the more accurate one. I don't see how. I really don't think. I haven't studied the A380 landing gear a whole lot, but I really don't think that that's how it's supposed to look. Glad to have another A380. I think they're absolutely gorgeous planes. I was very close to getting the NG Models 747-8. In a way, I wish I got it, but at the same time, I think there'll be a better opportunity to get a 7.4. I think this will be it for the A380s, unless maybe there's a British 380 that I'd like to get, or something along those lines, but we'll just have to see. Alright, so that'll do it for today's model aircraft unboxing. Don't forget to like this video down below, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and share the video, comment, do everything you can. I appreciate all of that, and I will see you guys in the next one.